Namaste. I'm Shalini Modi. I'm an author, and today I will take you down the memory lane of an ancient temple situated in Orissa on the eastern coast of India. It is one of the Char Dhams that was established by Adi Shankaracharya ji in the four corners of India: north, south, east, and west. So, this legend goes that Krishna Bhagwan gave up his body when he was shot an arrow by Jara, a huntsman, and Arjun carried out his last rites, but his heart floated in the water and reached the shores of Orissa. Here, the Sabaras tribe and his chief took this Neel-colored stone, calling it Neel Madhav. They placed it in a cave and worshipped it. They realized its divinity. After all, it was the heart of Krishna Bhagwan. They were living in a dense forest, and hence no one had access to Neel Madhav except for the tribe. But one day, King Indramn of Avanti came to know about Neel Madhav and wished to see and worship him, being a Vishnu devotee. He sent Vidyapati, his priest, to look for Neel Madhav. Reaching the tribe, he expressed his need to see Neel Madhav to the chief, who refused and declined. However, he befriended his daughter Lalita and soon married her and convinced her to convince her father to take him to Neel Madhav. The chief blindfolded Vidyapati and took him to the temple. But Vidyapati was smart and he threw mustard seeds on his way so that they would blossom into flowers and guide him to the temple. Going back to the kingdom, he brought Indramn, the king, to that place, and using the help of the mustard seeds that had blossomed into flowers, they reached Neel Madhav, but disappointed because Neel Madhav had vanished. Some say that the chief had hidden him, some say that he just vanished. The king was in despair, but he had a vision, and he was told by Bhagwan that he will find a big log of wood floating in the ocean, almost Neel colored, and to pick it up and convert it into three statues of Krishna Bhagwan, his sister Subhadra, and elder brother Balram, which he did with the help of the chief of the Sabras tribe. Because the log of wood was so heavy that his men could not pick it up, but the chief could. After that was the question, who's going to make the idols? So Vishwakarma-ji, the architect of the gods, appeared as an artisan. His request was not to open the door behind which he will be creating the statues. And a restless king and queen opened the door to find Vishwakarma-ji not there, and the idols looked as if they were half finished. The king again worried, but he was again told by a voice that it was fine and these idols should be installed in the temple. He constructed a temple and installed the three idols of Krishna Bhagwan, his sister Subhadra, and Balramji, his elder brother. A rare sight, because usually you will find Krishna Bhagwan with Radhaji. Today, that is the Jesht Purnima on the 11th of June, is the Snan day. So every year on Jesht Purnima is their birthday, the day Vishwakarma-ji created them, and it's celebrated by giving them a bath of 108 kalashas of water. The idols are brought out on a special platform, the Snan platform, where they are bathed, after which they get fever and are restricted to special quarters with special service by only their Veds and the priests who take care of them, give them kara, medicine, and a restricted diet. After which, after the 15th day, or in 15 days, they recover and then go on their lavish Rath Yatra to their maternal aunt house called Gundicha. Here they stay for 7 days and enjoy her hospitality. The Rath Yatra is beautiful. The three Rath of Bhagwan go through the city, and it is celebrated with great pomp and show. This time it will fall on 27th of June. Namaste.